Welcome to an episode of You Haven't Read What? I'm Krista.
And I'm Christina. Join us to explore unique genres, childhood favorites, and literary classics as we dive into each other's favorite reads.
Where one of us is very familiar with the book, the other is reading for the very first time. Let's go! Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
Oh, I'm excited.
Harry Potter.
So not only back to Harry Potter, which is exciting for me, as much as I love our offshoot books. Please don't take that wrong. But I'm mostly excited because tonight we're starting Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Yep.
Which in my memory, was a decent book.
Yeah.
But it wasn't super high up there. Getting ready for this, I re-listened to the whole book because I don't really listen to books, but I re-listened to this one. So I just do it in the car.
Yeah.
And I might have a new favorite.
Whoa.
I might. I'm also re-listening to 7 now. But this book is way better than I remember it being.
Okay. Are you listening to it with all of the characters?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of cheating.
What? Why?
Are you re-listening to all of them that way?
So I haven't re-listened to any of them until this one because I was freaking out about how I was going to have the time to finish lessons in chemistry, read the other book I'm reading on the side, and read this one before we started recording to figure out the chapters.
Yeah.
And Tim looked at me and goes, just download it on Audible and listen to it in the car. And I was like, well, that makes too much sense.
Right.
And so I did listen to it with all of the characters. It's fun because Dumbledore is Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
Which is fun. So House. And then...
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of fun to have his voice going. But then my oldest has also realized that this is a thing. So she was like, can we download the 4th book and start listening to it? Because that's kind of her favorite right now.
Right.
And so, So nice. I'm listening to Goblet of Fire with her.
Okay.
I finished this one a couple of weeks ago listening to it. I'm listening to the 7th now.
Yeah. Well, so why I say it's cheating is because sometimes you don't get the personalities or the different things or whatever until you listen to a book. So there's a series that I absolutely love. And it has nothing to do with anything that I usually read. But it's a historical, murder mystery style. And it's called Lady Hardcastle.
You've talked about this one a lot.
So the most recent book just came out. And one of the things that I love about it is listening to the different characters. Because it's usually, so it's from the point of view of the companion is what I'll call her, but she's more of the friend and the whatever to Lady Hardcastle.
Sidekick.
Yeah, kind of like her sidekick. And just listening to the words and everything like that rather than reading it, it just gives you a whole different personality to the book.
Well, and in fairness, with all of these, I've watched the movies 100 times. Yeah. So even reading it, I have the characters in my head.
For sure.
And for the most part, I hear the cast reading the book is very similar to the movie. Yeah. Hagrid's all gruffy and so it's very similar.
Okay.
So it's definitely different than just reading it.
Yep.
But I have the movies in my head anyway.
Yeah.
So
kind of like with book 1 for me,
you can't picture
I couldn't
anything.
even say Hermione's name correctly.
We couldn't say it for years.
All of the spells and all that stuff. So I think it's different once you've got some of the background knowledge. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna dive in Half-Blood. There goes my phone. That's fine. I don't need it till later.
Okay.
I will need it at some point.
Okay.
So this book, thank you, ma'am, came out. Let's move that away from where I'm wildly gesturing. Came out July 16th, 2005.
Okay.
So for reference, The Order of the Phoenix, the last book, the book came out in 2003. So we had to wait 2 years for this. The movie for Order of the Phoenix came out in 2007. Okay. So years after this. The Goblet of Fire movie came out 6 months after this book came out.
Okay.
So that's where we are time-wise. We're basically, movie-wise, two movies behind where the books are coming out at.
Okay.
So kind of the flow of what's happening there.
Yeah.
You made a comment that I needed to look into because I wasn't sure at the end of the last book about how our author has said that Voldemort is misunderstood.
Yes.
That is a rumor started by people who don't like her trans stance.
Okay.
It is not true. She has stood by the stance 100% that says he is the epitome of evil. He is worse than Hitler.
Weird, because I literally saw one with her. Maybe it wasn't her talking, but
AI's a thing.
okay, yeah, okay.
So there is a group
that she was going to rewrite it.
That in 2020, when her strong anti-trans stance came out, said she is now Voldemort. She now pities him because she is the bad guy.
Okay.
Not accurate.
Now I'm understanding the conflict here. Okay.
But she says he is epitome of evil. He is everything that is wrong with society.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've also learned listening to the books.
Yeah.
The way it's Voldemort is supposed to be pronounced. There's no T at the end. You're supposed to say Voldemort.
Voldemort.
I don't say it that way. The movies don't say it that way. I don't know why all of a sudden the correct way to say it is no T at the end, but that's apparently the right way to say it.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, I'll come back to that. Just so you are aware, don't answer tonight because it's not going to make sense yet. Okay. But Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be asking you throughout the book, who do you think the Half-Blood Prince is?
Okay.
It's not some unknown character. It's somebody we know. Okay. Or like, it's either somebody that we've known for a while or like, we know we're getting a new teacher this year. Right. Like, yeah. So it's somebody you're aware of.
Okay.
But I'm going to be asking you that throughout the book. Okay. Not tonight. You have literally no clue tonight.
No context currently.
Not fair.
At all.
I'm going to play a clip real quick, going back to book 4, because this is what I do, is I realize I forgot to say something. So I have my phone here pulled up. Thank you for retrieving it off the floor. Yep. And this is from our episode 42, which was Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is chapter 1. This is the Riddle House. And this is a question you asked, and you'll hear me pause and go, oh, shit, I can't answer that right now. Okay. So hold on.
Yeah, so I'm debating one of two things there. One is either
this is why Voldemort knew Nagini and Frank was in the house.
Well, he specifically calls out all that stuff.
Okay.
Like, you don't have a kid, you don't have a wife, you don't have...
He knows all that about Frank.
You didn't call the police, like... Frank didn't say anything about that, so...
Listen to me struggle.
There's a reason he knows.
Okay.
That we can't get to.
Okay, that's cool.
Put a pin in that one.
As a written...
Oh my gosh.
So...
Okay. So
I made the pause there in the middle when you're asking, how the hell does he know all this about Frank?
Right.
Legilimency.
Oh, he hacked into the guy's brain.
Voldemort is, quote unquote, one of the best legilimens the world has ever seen.
Right.
That's how I knew Frank hadn't done any of that.
Okay.
And yeah, I totally put that in put a pin in that, and then forgot in the last book to say we could pull that pin out of the wall. And
well, sort of. Like, we don't... Yes, we get hints that like Harry needs to be able to fight against it, but we don't know how good he is until this book. Whereas this book is literally talking about it in like the
Chapter
first,
2.
one of the 2 chapters. So like
that's what it reminded me of when I was reading. I was like, I forgot about that.
Well, and I don't think I would have understood it in the last book even, just because like I said, like Harry has to fight against it and stuff, but like
clemency,
right?
Yeah, but that's how Voldemort knew that like Harry Frank hadn't done any of those things. Right. You're like, how does he know? And I was like, it's a good question. Wait, shit.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna put you on your back foot now.
Okay.
4th book.
Yep.
We lost Cedric.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess we can go further back. 1st book, we lost Quirrell. Who cares?
Yes.
2nd book, everyone survives. 3rd book, everyone survives. 4th book, we lost Cedric.
Yes.
Side character. Cool.
Okay.
5th book, we lost Sirius.
Yes.
Who, if anyone, are we going to lose in this book?
God, I hope it's Wormtail.
Ooh, great answer.
I don't think it can be some of the major players. Like, because we have, I don't like if it was Snape, I don't think like Snape can die in this one because I think he's got to kind of finish out the whole series.
Yeah, it's an arc left.
I think like obviously it's not the main characters either because, you know, so maybe it's like
There's no Harry Potter in book 7, didn't you know?
right, exactly. I definitely don't think it's Draco, even though these 2 first chapters are kind of hinting at it. And I don't think, I mean, it's going to probably be a side character, or maybe a teacher, but like, I think it's going to mostly be a side character. Like,
If you think about it later and you go, oh, maybe. Like,
yeah,
just food for
like
thought.
Neville or like somebody like that. I think it's going to be
Neville.
more of the side person, but yeah.
Fair. Cool. All right. So you already mentioned tonight we're doing 2 chapters, chapter 1 and chapter 2, which are fascinating chapters.
Yes.
We'll talk about those in a second. The first chapter is our recap, and it's done in a very unique way.
It is done in a very unique way.
So my summary for chapter 1, which is called The Other Minister, is we meet with our Muggle PM and learn that Fudge has been replaced.
Yes.
It's kind of the essence of chapter 1. This is a little funny. I'm not going to call this a plot hole because who really cares? It doesn't really affect the plot.
Right.
The setting of this conversation between Fudge and the Prime Minister took place in July of 97, which would have been Tony Blair.
Okay.
Except for they're talking about how Fudge has been coming and visiting him over the years. Yeah, Blair took office in May.
Okay.
So it's not possible.
Yeah.
there's a gap here. And so the timeline doesn't work with Tony Blair.
Yeah.
But hypothetically, at the time of this conversation, Tony Blair would be the prime minister and Bill Clinton would have been the president that he's potentially waiting on the phone call from.
Ah, interesting.
Which is kind of fun.
That is cool.
I'll also say, because this is the first reference to like real people we get, it's not in the movie because that would be a disaster.
Right.
Not spoiling anything there. But yeah, Tony Blair took office a month before or 2 months before, May, June, July. before this conversation would have happened.
Okay.
Which means he couldn't have been there for the 3rd book, the 4th book, the 5th book.
Right.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Which is just funny.
That is funny.
So we start off and the prime minister is sitting in his office reminiscing about all these terrible things that are happening in England.
Yep. That week.
A bridge collapsed.
That week.
Yeah, that week. Fair. A bridge collapsed. 2 people were murdered. A hurricane came in and like off the coast, and everyone is more miserable than usual.
Yep.
Which I was like, oh.
So at first I couldn't figure out what prime minister meant. Because like obviously like I've heard of it in Canada and the UK and other places, but like in this sense, when it was about Harry Potter, it was like making zero sense in my brain. So I was like, the prime minister is not magical? Like, what is going on? Like, because I kept thinking, what happened to like Fudge? Like, what happened to all of this? I'm so confused right now. And so then I was like, oh, now I get it.
Is this only the 2nd time we don't start with Harry? Did the 5th book start with Harry?
I'd have to go back and look.
I can't remember. What was the first chapter of the fifth book?
I mean, I've got them right here. Goblet of Fire is not it.
No.
Okay. Dudley Demented.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
So yeah, we
Okay.
have Harry
we start
there.
with Harry. So this is only the 2nd time we don't start with Harry because the 4th book started with the Riddle House.
Yes. So like I was very confused by what prime minister meant. And then it started clicking as I kept reading. I was like, oh, okay, that makes way more sense now. But yeah, like you said, the bridge broke cleanly in half, like in 2 pieces. And then the hurricane, like that's just so weird. And then like people are depressed and they have abnormal weather. And he's just like, this is such a weird situation right now.
And then the oil painting speaks.
Yeah.
Well,
it goes or whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
So
I can do like Umbridge.
Yeah.
It's better than that.
So then Fudge appears just in the
The fireplace.
Yep.
flu powder.
Well, so also when the thingy speaks, or he speaks, but he like kind of is like, Fudge wants to talk to you urgently, whatever. And then he's like, well, I'm waiting on a phone call. And he's like, oh, we'll have somebody just fix that. So he'll call you tomorrow. And I'm like, what the heck is happening right now? That's where I was the most confused.
That's fair.
About the prime minister portion, because I was like, what is going on? Who is a prime minister at this point?
Which is funny because this is picture as you will. Tony Blair sitting in his office waiting on a call from Bill Clinton.
Right.
Very annoyed about the phone call, but then getting interrupted. And so some wizard in DC is going to go mess with Clinton's brain so that he forgets to call him tonight.
But call him tomorrow.
It's just a funny, like you said, what is happening? Why does this matter? And what?
Yeah, it's so weird. So weird. Okay, so then Fudge comes
and reinforces that all of these things
just
are...
starts spewing.
I think Fudge has just gotten used to that.
Well, probably. But like, he's also just talking about like, oh, you've had a bad week? I've had a bad week. Like,
they've had the same
we've
bad
had
week.
the same bad week. It's just like so confused. Like,
Well, so then Fudge reinforces, or quickly confirms, I should say, the issues are all magically related.
yeah, where now the prime minister is like, oh, now I remember the first time we met Fudge and all of the years after.
He does a reminisce of, so we kind of go back in time, which is why I say this is a timeline issue, because Tony Blair had only been in office 3 months. He couldn't have gone back in time. But if we assume somebody else that the timeline works, Fudge was introduced to the prime minister on day one and didn't believe him. So he turned his teacup into a gerbil.
Yeah.
Which then Fudge just left.
Yep. I was like, well, why didn't the teacup go back first off? And
Magic?
my my niece gets a cool new gerbil.
Magic holds until somebody passes away. So in theory, when Fudge dies, this poor little girl is going to get a teacup back.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully the gerbil is still alive too. I mean, they don't last very long.
Fair.
To begin
the gerbil
with.
may have passed. I don't know. Do magical creatures have the same lifetime?
Like
as
if you're
some-
changing it from a teacup to I mean,
have
if
no
it
idea.
dies, maybe it just becomes a teacup again.
I have no idea.
Like that's so weird.
This poor little girl may have a rude awakening someday.
Right. Well, and of course that's what 3-4 years passed.
Yeah.
3 years.
But he gave it to his niece, which is cute. I still love the idea that Fudge came in, blew this guy's head off, basically, with his brains, and then left him a gerbil sitting on his desk.
Right.
Come on, man. Clean up after yourself.
Right. Yeah. Like, why not just change it back?
The visual is
That is
fantastic.
funny. Yeah. Well, and I just kept imagining the gerbil like eating the paper on the side of the desk or
Chewing on
whatever.
his
Yeah.
speech.
I was like, okay, I could see that.
So this is where we get a very creative, very well done author, very creative redo of 3, 4, 5, 3 of our books. So first, because Fudge says, you'll probably never see me again.
Bet.
Then he comes back because Black escaped Azkaban. Just as an FYI. So we're looking, there's this massive manhunt. He's known to have killed muggles, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So there's our summary of book 3. Great. Next time he comes is because of a World Cup incident that involved muggles.
Right.
And says, oh, by the way, the Triwizard Tournament needs 3 dragons and a sphinx.
Okay. Like, why?
3 dragons?
There's 4, isn't there? Okay. Where's the Sphinx come from?
That was in the maze at the very end. That's the one that does the riddle, the spider riddle for Harry.
That's right. Okay.
It's not in the movie.
Right. Okay.
But you have to get permission to move dragons apparently around countries.
Okay.
And he only requested 3 because they didn't know there was going to be 4 champions. So in theory, he probably came back at some point and said, there's one more, sorry.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even catch that. I just caught the Sphinx part and was like, I don't remember where Sphinx was. And maybe they just wrote it wrong where it was supposed to be the 4th dragon or something. Or
They weren't planning on
maybe
it.
I missed, one of the other characters like battling a Sphinx. I don't
Maybe
remember.
Fudge just didn't tell him about the 4th dragon.
I mean, maybe.
But yeah, I was like, oh, 3 dragons.
That's funny.
You didn't know you were going to have 4 champions because of
Yep.
Moody. Not Moody. Crouch, but
Yeah.
Moody. I need a nickname for Moody. That's it's Crouch Moody, Moody C.
Right.
I don't know. And then he has to come back again when there's the mass breakout from Azkaban in book 5, which is when Bellatrix and a bunch of others escaped. And then now he's back telling the Prime Minister that Voldemort is back, which summarizes books 4 and 5.
Yep.
Because we knew he was back in 4.
Yep.
Everyone else is realizing now
That he's back. Yeah, fully.
that he's back. So we get our summary,
Yes.
which is also interesting that books 1 and 2 were completely left off because
There's nothing that
Sorcerer's Stone.
happened. Yeah.
two books are boring. Nothing happened. No.
they didn't happen with the Prime Minister.
Nothing affects muggles.
Right. Yes.
Like the Sorcerer's Stone and this random snake killing magical kids.
Right. Exactly.
It doesn't affect the Muggle society.
Right.
So
It
we'll get our
didn't
summary
leave
of those two in the next chapter.
Hogwarts, essentially.
Right.
So,
It stayed contained.
yes.
So yes. So our Prime Minister thinks back through everything. And then we learn what the 3 things that have been happening, the bridge, the hurricane, and the murders. Oh, and the cold, the 4 things,
Yep.
what they really are.
So I don't understand how giants can make hurricanes, but okay.
They don't make hurricanes. They made a mess. And the wizards are changing everyone's memory to say it was a hurricane.
Now I get it. Okay.
They just wreck a town.
Amelia Bones and Emmeline Vance. I cannot remember why we know both of those people.
They were in Harry's hearing, disciplinary hearing in book 5.
That's right.
Amelia
Okay.
Bones was the one that like really stood up for him kind of against.
Yeah, that was
Fudge.
the one that the neighbor, right?
No,
The old
no.
No?
That's, oh, son of a biscuit. Mrs.
That's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
I gotta look it up now. Not neighborhood.
Who is Emmeline Vance then?
Neighbor. Ah. Oh my gosh. Mrs. Fig.
Okay.
Yes. Right? I mean, is it Fig? No.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, Fig.
Yeah.
Okay, I was right. Yes, Fig. So no, Amelia Bones was on the Wizard Gamont panel, who was basically one of those standing up to Fudge. She was the one talking that was like, are we really holding a hearing for a boy? And she's the one who asked the questions of Mrs. Fig and says,
That's right.
describe the Dementors
Yep.
to prove that they were there kind of thing.
Yep. And then
We also know her, I don't think her daughter, her niece is at Hogwarts with Harry.
okay.
She's been mentioned, but
Yeah, I'm sure. Then we find out that Fudge has been fired and now Rufus,
well, what's causing the cold?
the Dementors.
Because they're breeding.
Oh yeah. I wonder. I just had pictures run through my head on how they breed.
Yep.
Mouth to mouth.
That's all you get is that they're breeding, and that's what's causing all this fog and this miserableness over the UK. I was like, nasty. And then the bridge was because of blackmail.
Yes.
Voldemort destroyed the bridge because Fudge,
Yep.
he blackmailed Fudge.
Yeah. But like in any situation, I don't think even the Prime Minister would have
No.
done it.
Which is
either,
what
so-
Fudge says.
Right.
What did you expect?
But even the Prime Minister's like, well, I mean, depends on the situation. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. No,
it doesn't.
Okay. Now we've got Rufus.
Rufus Scrimgeour.
Why is it that I know that
Scrimgeour.
name?
Scrimgeour?
The Rufus part. Him. Have we met him before?
Mm-mm.
We haven't met him at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope,
Maybe
this
I'm
is our
thinking of
introduction
something
to
else.
Scrimgeour.
Okay.
I keep saying his name wrong. Scrimgeour. Yeah. I'm trying to get the movie in my head.
Okay. So we have not met him.
No.
Okay, cool. Because I wrote down, I was like, how do we know him? Because I don't remember him. But the name Rufus is like, maybe it's what's his face's actual first name?
Rupert?
Oh, that's why.
Rupert Grint.
Got it.
Ron.
Yes. That's why I'm doing it.
We'll get there.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So yes, so we know Scringemer's now the Minister of Magic.
Yep.
Fudge was sacked, but staying on.
Yep.
Fudge makes a comment. Well, first the oil painting makes a comment and said he's writing a letter to Dumbledore. Hold on.
Yeah.
And Fudge says both he and Scringemer have been trying to, quote, persuade the boy.
He's talking about Harry.
What the hell are they trying to persuade him of?
That's what I don't know. Because, okay, so at the end of the last book, essentially Harry and Voldemort like are battling and Dumbledore is battling. And so now we're at the point of like everybody finally knows the truth. Even
I do
though
like
they've
that
been
part-
trying to tell
That part
everybody
in the
for
movie
a while.
when he says that breath, he's back.
Yeah.
Like, is like, ooh.
Right. And then, so like, what are they trying to convince Harry of? Like, I think he's still pissed about Black because like, you got to think that.
Had they believed him earlier, Sirius might still be alive.
Yep, for sure. But like, what would they be trying to get Harry to say yes to or no to, or like to agree to something?
And asking for Dumbledore's help to persuade him, which is
Right. Like,
clearly Dumbledore's holding his own, saying no.
maybe they want him to do extra studies or to go into hiding or to try to like bring Voldemort out, like use him as like a
Bait.
like bait or something. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that
you
was
will find
interesting
out, so.
too. I was like, what are they trying to do? But okay.
You will find it.
Okay.
That doesn't hang. Shacklebolt Kingsley is
I was
working.
about to ask, can we talk about
Yes.
Kingsley for a minute? Because like, okay, in my brain, obviously I've seen the last movie, but I can't still totally recall who he is in the movie. Okay, what he looks like. Hold on though. In my brain though, I've got a big African American tall linebacker style guy who is just dressed to the nines like the guy in Matrix. Like,
Very close.
okay.
Not the vibe. He's the one. So in the 5th movie, when Dumbledore makes his escape with Fawkes,
Yeah.
because that's what Dumbledore says. Oh, you think I'm gonna come quietly? That's funny.
Yeah.
And then he like whooshes them all, and Kingsley's standing
Yep.
there, and he goes, "You gotta admit, the man's got style."
Yep, for sure.
So that's Kingsley.
Okay, yes. Okay. But like, I'm not thinking Egyptian, I guess, or like that kind of.
It's very he was,
I guess like he's very wizardy
He's
in
very
that,
wizardy.
but like I'm thinking more of like a guy in like a black leather, long coat,
suit almost.
like big old guy that just like has a bunch of guns. Like if this was not Harry Potter,
He's a bunch of
got
wands.
a bunch of guns underneath his like his big old leather jacket, and he's just like he's gonna go toting and like, but like he's sitting there as a secretary.
I
Which is why
love
in
it
my
so
brain,
much. It's so great. Well, and it's funny because the prime minister is like, "You're not replacing Kingsley," and they're like, "No, he's a wizard."
Right.
He's like, "Oh shit!"
But then
But
he's
you
like,
said
"But-"
you liked him.
exactly. He's confused.
They kind of pin him in a corner.
Yeah, they did.
It's well done.
Yeah. But yeah, so Herbert Chorley,
Is one of his junior ministers.
yes.
He's running around quacking like a duck.
I felt bad. I mean,
do too.
in that technically he's also at the beginning of the week stuff with like he just
Wants to take time off with his family.
right,
Yeah, you learn that's not true. He's in St. Mungo's.
yeah. I'm like,
No bueno.
poor kid. Like, but they talk about that they think they don't actually know what's wrong with him, but they think he was a victim of poorly done Imperius curse. And I'm like, dang, because then you just got Neville's parents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oof.
Well,
Well,
they were tortured with Cruciatus, but
Yeah.
same idea.
Yeah.
Another unforgivable.
right. So I'm like, oof, okay.
Yeah. Poor
That's
dude.
bad. Yeah.
And then at the very end of this chapter, the prime minister's like, what do you mean you can't bring down Voldemort? You all have magic. And Fudge just looks at him very calmly and says, trouble is, the other side can do magic too. And steps into a fireplace. And I was like, that's a mic drop.
Yep. I was like, that's actually really good. That's good.
It's a good way to, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep, for sure.
So chapter 2,
Yeah.
still no Harry Potter.
No.
Spinner's End.
Yes.
My summary is Sissy and Bella invade Snape.
Yeah, essentially, yes. It took me a little bit to figure out, to remember
Who everyone was.
Narcissa, yes. It wasn't the Bellatrix. I had gotten that, but I couldn't remember why I remembered Narcissa. Because you don't really see her in any of the books. She's like there, but not there.
Yeah.
She's a puff of like smoke.
She really hasn't been present till now.
No. And so I was like, okay, I'm not exactly sure who that is. But they're obviously fighting over telling somebody something that Narcissa shouldn't be telling because she made a promise or law or
Voldemort
something.
told her not to.
Law. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just like super confused on like, why are we running around this weird town right now? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, they apparate into this little neighborhood.
Yeah.
And Bellatrix kills a fox standing there that scares her.
yeah, because it's coming from the point of the fox. Like
Initially.
the point of view is the fox at first. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Well, why did it get up and run?
By fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like, okay.
kinda cool.
Yeah.
We also get reminded fairly quickly they are sisters.
Yes.
Because we haven't been reminded of that since looking at the tapestry in Sirius's house.
Yes.
So it's a good reminder that Narcissa and Bellatrix are sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly disagreeing about something, which we'll
Right.
figure out on their way to Snape's house.
Yep.
I wrote they apparate to Snape's hood.
Yeah. And I was like, why couldn't they just apparate to like outside his house? Like,
Because you don't want to be seen. It's not a magical, it's not like Hogsmeade.
oh, okay. So they went down. Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
makes
it's-
sense.
Yeah. You don't want
Down
to
by the
apparate
river.
super close
Yeah.
in case you'd be seen.
Now that's a song to sing down by the river.
Apparate down by the river.
Yeah, there you go.
We kill a fox. Oh.
Yeah. So we finally get to Snape's house and Wormtail lives with him. Like, what the heck?
Well, also, his house is covered in books. Wall-to-wall books. I was like, dingy, but covered in books. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You also have to think Snape probably doesn't give two shits
I was about to say that's very Snapey.
because, I mean, he's at Hogwarts 90% of his time.
Right.
Like, he probably is home for a month and a half, 6 weeks
Yeah.
during the summer, and like, only because he has to be.
And then there's me who was like, is this like a safe house? Like, not actually his house, A. And B, I was like, I thought he just lived at Hogwarts.
No, the
I didn't
teachers have to go
realize-
somewhere.
I didn't realize he had a house.
Where do you think
Like, oh,
McGonagall
okay.
lives?
I don't know. I mean, Trelawney probably lives on a star somewhere in like a tree. You know,
Well, and
but,
you think that, like, obviously Hagrid stays at Hogwarts, but like Flitwick and some of these other professors that are like clearly like not human.
Yeah.
Like, does he go around as like just a small person?
I mean,
and
maybe
live his life, or does he stay in like Hogsmeade?
Well, that's why I kept
Where he can
thinking
be
like
magical.
they just live there at Hogwarts because I was just like,
I picture
they don't
McGonagall
leave. They have houses inside of Hogwarts.
like in this beautiful like country manor, kind of Anne of Green Gables style, Pride and Prejudice, like
Yeah.
way out in the country in this cute little Tudor home
Yeah.
with lots of grass and like sitting outside with the book all the time.
Yeah.
That's how I picture McGonagall.
I could kind of see that. Yeah.
And like a simple skirt and like t-shirt and her little high bun, like
Yeah.
and the neighbor kids that are, you know, she just takes lemonade from and like
Right. Right.
just
Yeah.
a simple life.
I mean,
like
I could see
McGonagall.
that, but also having seen the movie, she is in a lot of historical movies.
Yeah, she is.
So I think that's where that
Probably.
version of her is coming from. Whereas, like, if you're reading just the book, I don't see that with her.
I still kind of do. Not
I
quite
see
as
her
much.
more like as a professor at a college, like living on campus.
She still has to go somewhere.
Not when you're a tenure. A lot of time you live in a house
Nearby.
on college or on
She could live
nearby.
in Hogsmeade. That's the closest town. It's obviously Hogsmeade.
But like, I mean, I think of her as being more scholarly and just like living.
I think the school legit shuts down for 6 weeks. I think it's Hagrid and Dumbledore and nobody else.
I think it would be fun to find out if that's actually truly the case.
I want to know what kind of shenanigans Hagrid and Dumbledore get into over the summer.
Right. Or if this is just Snape's like pretend house for
No, it's not.
tricking up Voldemort kind of stuff. So
So Wormtail gets a hidden bookshelf slammed in his face.
I mean, yeah, I can't even believe Wormtail's with him. It's weird. It's such a weird pairing.
It's a weird pairing, but also it kind of makes sense. It's kind of the two people within Voldemort's circle, I'll say, that probably get the most questioning of which side are you on. So I think Voldemort intentionally put them together to keep an eye on each other.
Yeah, probably.
Report back and spy on each other.
Maybe.
Is my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Wormtail has to go somewhere.
True. I mean, typically he's with Voldemort because he's like his right hand.
Literally.
Silver hand man.
I think isn't that his left hand? Doesn't he use his right hand to slice off his left hand? Whatever.
I don't remember.
But yeah.
Okay, so Beatrix is hounding
Bellatrix.
Snape. Bellatrix is hounding Snape on all the questions she wants to ask.
I say Bellatrix lets her feelings out.
He tells her to, obviously.
He does.
But that's a lot of questions. And
A lot of questions.
then he starts answering them. And now I can't tell if he's a good guy or a bad guy or just a plain like
Welcome to the rest of the series.
Jekyll and Hyde. Like, seriously, I can't decide if he's telling the truth with the sisters or if he is like still playing. But if Voldemort is this like really good, I almost said illegitimacy. If he's really good at being able to read people's minds, how is Snape keeping him out of it and hiding the true side if he is good? But then on the other side, Dumbledore's probably just as good. So like, how is he tricking Dumbledore? I'm just so confused. Like, he has a Jekyll and Hyde, like iron cast door in his brain that he can just switch back and forth.
So whichever side he's lying to,
Yeah.
we know Snape is also extremely good at occlumency.
Yes.
The opposite side, because that's why Dumbledore told him to teach Harry.
But Harry got into it. So
Harry, well, yeah, it's also like not a good pairing. That should have never happened. Even Dumbledore says that was a mistake.
Yeah.
But he is the best at occlumency that Dumbledore knows.
Yes.
So whichever side he's lying to, he has a good defense.
Yeah, but is it that good when you're up against somebody that's supposed to be better at the other?
Everything.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm like, I can't tell if he's lying or not at this point. I do think that he is telling the truth to an extent on every single question.
Like every good liar does.
Yes. Yep. Because the best way to lie is to keep it truthful.
Keep as close to the truth as possible.
Yep.
We also get the summary of book 1. We kind of skip over book 2, but we get the summary of book 1 in here. And I wrote, and we're all caught up. We have now summarized every book to this point
Right.
through these 2 chapters without having to deal with Harry recounting it at the Dursleys 3 times over. Like, thank God.
Yep.
We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah,
Like, we summarized, we're good. So yeah, he goes through everything. Like Bellatrix, he shares everything with me, being Voldemort. And I was like, oh, does he now?
Yeah, he doesn't, obviously.
What do you guys share?
Right. You. Question. Dumbledore got injured.
Yep.
How? I know.
Supposedly dueling Voldemort.
Okay. But is he actually injured? Because I don't remember him being injured in the end of the movie or the end of the book.
He's not.
Okay. Now I'm really confused. I'm like, what the heck is happening in this book?
Stay confused about that.
Got it.
I also like that Snape throws back to Bellatrix when she was like, we failed. Like, how have you not killed Harry Potter? How have you not done this? How have you not done this? And he goes, you failed to get the prophecy. You were fighting 16s. And I was like, slap. Like, way to put her down.
Well, the funny part is that like she comes back with, well, they had the rest of the order came
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
You're still fighting 16s for a long time.
For a very long time, dude. Lucius like literally just fumbled that whole thing with Bellatrix, which Lucius was supposed to be in charge. I get that. But Bellatrix also did not help any of the situations because she kept trying to fight and do all these stupid things. And I'm like, yo, you're getting Lucius in trouble, like even here talking about it, when in reality, Bellatrix is the one that like was not helping any of the situations either. Like, come on.
Snape also throws out, Harry Potter has no extraordinary talent at all.
Bullshit.
And I was like, says who?
Yeah, well, but like again, I think he's also trying to save face. Like, yes, he doesn't like Harry, but he also is trying to be like, well, like he's just had good luck and like really smarter friends. And I'm like, Ron is smarter than Harry?
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about Hermione without saying a mudblood.
Right.
He doesn't want to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely trying to save face and also slap Bellatrix again because of the 16s you were fighting. One of them is dumb, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That doesn't help. He also probably thinks Neville's pretty stupid too.
Probably.
So I doubt he has a ton of high respect for either Ginny or Luna either. So let's just kind of go through these 6 and be like, he has no respect for any of them anyways. Yeah. We get confirmed Lucius is still in jail.
Yep. But nobody's watching the jail. So who's watching the jail?
I mean, it's in the middle of an ocean, so, but nobody.
Sirius got off of it in the middle of an ocean. So did Bellatrix. Exactly. Like,
who knows? Maybe there's some ministry people standing around the more high value targets. But
well, and is it at Azkaban or is it jail? Because they talk about it as jail, but usually they refer to Azkaban as Azkaban. So
it's like Azkaban. I don't know why. Okay. And then Narcissa kind of starts crying and screaming, my son, my only son.
Yes.
And now we know we're talking about Draco.
Yep. So Voldemort technically is so mad at Lucius that he's going after Draco.
He's given Draco a task he expects him to die attempting to do.
Yes.
And also we know that Draco has been given a task that others have attempted and failed at.
Which in my narrow brain currently, because I don't have all the facts, it's to kill Harry Potter. However, I don't think that that's the task because that would be just too blatantly obvious for a writer. So at this point,
she's not that in your face.
No, it's got to be something else. I just don't exactly know what it would be. And obviously we know the prophecy is completely gone. It got smashed. So we don't know, like,
just to kidnap Trelawney and get it.
Right. But like the only reason we know it is because of Dumbledore. So Harry obviously knows what the prophecy is, but Voldemort still doesn't. So
and nobody knows Harry knows.
Exactly. So like what is Draco actually doing? Is Draco going after something else like that will help Voldemort, or at least what he thinks that he's going to be helped with? I don't know.
Really, so the only clues we get in this chapter are it's something other people have attempted. It's something Voldemort would not be surprised, if not be happy about him dying trying to do.
Right.
And also, Snape says if Draco succeeds, Snape can stay at Hogwarts. But if Snape has to step in, then he's going to have to...
He'll have to leave
flee,
because
run, die, whatever. Yeah. Also, Bellatrix. My God, like this woman.
Yeah.
Narcissa's like, my son. And she's like, if I had sons, I'd gladly give them over to the Dark Lord to do whatever he wants with. And I was like, good God, thank God you don't have children.
Right.
That's just.
And CPS would be getting called on you.
But I was like, well, okay, Narcissa 1 point. Ching. Right. But that's a It's a small point because we know your son.
Yeah. Well, so again, I still feel like Draco is more speak than bravado. Like he's just more like
He's more talk than action.
yeah.
And now that he's in theory getting tasks from Voldemort, he might be more action now.
I still think he's still too speaky because Voldemort wants him to die. So
Fair. So now, after Snape agrees to, quote, try, they're like, no. Make the unbreakable vow.
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep.
So he agrees to 3 things. First is to watch over Draco. Second is to protect Draco,
Yep.
if able. And third is to carry out the deed. The Dark Lord has ordered Draco if he were to fail.
Yes.
But he hesitates at that one slightly.
But they're also very loosely worded that I think he's got some loopholes he can jump through if he actually is good.
The first 2 have a lot because it's watch over Draco. Okay, fine. He's been watching him forever. Protect Draco if possible, like
Yes.
as possible. That one's very loose. Is yes, if somebody tries to turn him into a ferret, maybe step in this time.
No.
The third one, there's not really any loopholes with. That's if Draco fails, you then do the deed. I have the movie in my head, which is you will do the deed as a Dark Lord has requested.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But it's not worded that way in the book.
Do the deed. I
don't-
literally copied it.
Think it's completely that way in the book. Like I thought there was still more.
Protect him from harm. Okay, the question is, as stated, will you carry out the deed that the Dark Lord has ordered Draco to perform?
Okay.
If it seems Draco will fail, whispered Narcissa.
Right.
Snape's hand twitched within hers, so he hesitates.
So, right. But if he seems to be failing, so he could help Draco not fail.
Yes.
He could also, I mean, there's still a couple of things that he could do to not have to.
It's also written
pick and
so
choose.
that Draco doesn't have to fail for him to step in.
Right.
If it seems like if you're under the impression he's not going to succeed, you will step in.
Right.
Which is kind of protecting Draco.
Right. And there's still, I think there's still some wording in there that
It's a little loose.
like gonna give him a couple of loopholes to like, if he, like I said, if he is good and he is actually on Dumbledore's side, then he's got some ways around this vow.
So I think that last one's pretty
Pretty tight.
rough. I think the first 2 are, is watch over Draco as he attempts to fulfill. Yeah, fine. Will you, to the best of your ability, protect him? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, he fell down the stairs. I tried.
Right.
Like, no. But will you carry out the deed the Dark Lord has ordered? That
I think it also depends on what the deed is. Like, is there a way
True.
that he can twist it enough to be like, oh, I'm doing this thing for Voldemort. However, he's able to
I
get.
also did this in the process.
Right. He
Yeah.
can get the information back to Dumbledore or whatever first or whatever. Like, I think there's ways around.
Very true.
Yes, him having to do the deed. It sounds so sexual when like do the deed. But like there's going to be certain ways that he can kind of navigate that. I
we
think.
know he's slimy and snaky and all
Yeah,
of this.
exactly.
I already said 2 of these things. That's okay. So, first of all, like my couple of asides at the end of this chapter.
Okay.
We are 2 chapters in.
Yes.
And no Harry Potter.
No.
Also, this is the first time ever we are getting information not from Harry's POV.
Yes.
Because even the whole Riddle House, Harry woke up and he had been in that dream.
Yes.
He had been dreaming that.
Yes.
The whole conversation with the minister, this whole conversation with Snape, Harry is
Yep.
not aware of at
Right.
all. We're not in his POV, which is really interesting. The other thing is through every book so far, Harry's been very leery of Draco and
Yeah.
Snape, but especially Draco, and wanting to pin something on him. He's doing
Right.
something, he's doing something. He's never been part of any of it. This is the first time we know Draco's doing something.
Well, that he's been told to do something. Yes.
Yes, that he has ulterior motives at school.
Yes.
So
How
is
much more of a
Harry
bully
gonna
can he be?
lean into that? Is Harry done blaming shit on Draco? to not see this, or is he going to keep up his same antics and be trying to figure out what Draco's doing the whole time, as he's done in every book so far?
I think it'll be kind of in between the two. I think it's going to be like, sometimes I feel like Harry is very not observant, but like at the same time, like is observant, if that makes sense. And so I feel like he'll kind of be right down the middle, where he'll be like, oh, it's Draco doing all these things or whatever. But then at the same time, like, I think he'll finally realize, hey, like, I actually have to use my brain. What?
No, he's not very good at that.
No.
So next week,
Okay.
we're going to do 3 chapters.
Okay.
3, 4, and 5.
Yep.
The chapter 3 is Will and Won't.
Will and won't. Okay.
Chapter 4, Horace Slughorn.
Horace Slowcone.
Slughorn.
Slughorn. I was like Slugcone. Okay.
Horace Slughorn, a name,
Okay.
a person. And then chapter 5, An Excess of Phlegm.
Ew. Is Horace our new teacher? I mean, because
That's a name.
Well, that was one thing that Snape consistently told Bellatrix in this thing, was like, he's kept me away from the dark arts.
He thinks I'll fall back into it.
Right. And so, like, I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
The other thing I forgot to mention, which is apparent, we don't have an illustrated book.
No,
It's not out yet.
really.
It's supposed to come out later this year. There is art of the cover leaked. I will show you later.
Okay.
That is fun, and I really hope it's true because it's really cool.
Yeah.
But hopefully, maybe before we finish this, that book will come out. We'll
Okay.
see.
The illustrated
It'll be
book, as
close.
in
The big Jim K.
Yeah. Well, Jim K's no longer doing them, and neither is the other guy.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a new person now.
Yep.
I can't remember his name. That they have already hired and has been working on it.
Yes.
So it's supposed to come out later this year.
Ooh.
Is book 6.
Okay.
So maybe while we're doing this book, we'll get it. We'll get to see it for the first time. 'cause
That'd be
I'm
exciting.
Gonna get it. Snowbio, looking at you. You've got me every other one so far. And by me, I mean my kids, but you got it for me.
Right.
So instead, this is the kind of newer scholastic version. And we just have
Okay.
Harry and Dumbledore looking into a bowl
Okay.
and the dark mark on the back.
I don't know what mine looks
That's
like.
it.
Oh, mine is sort of the same.
Ah, okay.
Sort of different. There we go. You guys can kind of see it there on the screen.
Dumbledore's holding up a cup. Like
yeah,
a chalice?
like a goblet style thing, and then you've
Not
got
the goblet of fire.
it kinda, yeah.
Just small.
And then you've got the bowl like yours, a bunch of stars and other stuff. Yeah. So
it's similar.
the boat. There's a boat in the background.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's cool.
So we are not looking into the same bowl.
Yeah, no. Because like there's a
see.
boat with a lantern on it.
I will say no more, but yes,
Yeah, so it's a little bit different than yours.
it is not the same bowl. Fascinating. And to those who have read it, you'll understand.
Yeah. But yeah, so when I first opened up the book on Kindle, it was just like, it took me right to chapter 1. So I was like, okay, cool.
That's funny. But you will be relieved to know the first sentence of chapter 3. Harry Potter was snoring loudly.
Of course.
So we finally go back to Harry Potter.
Yeah. And I haven't so I wrote down, because Krista was really cool and gave me a bunch of chapter breakdowns. So I wrote all the chapter breakdowns, but obviously I don't go past my last page in my book to make sure that I don't read the next chapter or the next word or whatever. And so I was like, okay, what's the next one going to be? Because
Will and Won't, which doesn't tell you much.
yeah, but these 2 chapters were just so weird outside of
weird.
the normal.
So I will say another podcast I listened to just started this book, and I was laughing because they were talking about okay, when this book came out, where were you? What were you doing? Did you read it right away? Blah, blah, blah. And one of them was saying she read all of the chapter names. It was always the first time she did it. And she was reading it as an adult. Like she was in grad school when these books were coming out.
Okay.
And so,
In 97.
yeah.
Okay.
So older than us. And so she said every book so far, she'd read all the chapter names and then started reading the book.
Yeah.
There's a chapter name in here that spoils it.
Oh,
She's like, I was on an airplane sobbing that I had done that because I ruined the end of this book. And this is a bad one to ruin the end.
Oh, no.
She immediately knew what happened. She's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So she was just crying on the plane at herself for ruining it. Like, I can't believe I just did that.
Right.
So this is the first one you gotta be a little bit more careful with.
Yeah,
with
for
title
sure.
names.
Yeah.
Because every other one, and I mean even to now, like will and won't, like
Right,
whatever.
that's not going to make any sense. Yeah.
An excess of phlegm, gross.
Right.
So yeah, I was like, don't worry ahead on this one.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely not. But yeah, wow, that's cool. In 97, what were you doing? I was 9.
These come out. Did I say
Wait,
97? No.
I said
No, no, no.
97 and you said, yeah. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
okay.
I'm like in my head, I'm like, that's not quite right. 2005.
2005. Okay.
We were in high school.
So I was,
This is summer, so I guess July 2005. This been summer after my sophomore year of high school.
okay. And I would have been a senior. Yeah. So sophomore as well, because I was held back. So I was older than you. But yeah, I was still being homeschooled.
I'm sorry.
My sophomore year. I'm trying to think. How old was I? 2005. I'm like, okay. I'm 3 years off of being 20, so 17. No, that doesn't make any sense.
You would have been 16,
Would I have been?
right?
I mean, I was born in 88.
Yeah. So you're a year older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2005, take away 3 from 2008, when I would have been 20,
Oh, yeah.
is 17. So how
Your
was I a
birthday wouldn't have happened
sophomore
yet.
when I was 17? Because I wasn't.
Was the summer after junior year? No, because I graduated in 2007.
I did too.
So 2007, that summer, I would have been 18. 2006,
Okay.
I would have been 17.
And I would have been 19.
And then 18.
Okay. So I would have been
You would-
19. Okay.
yeah, so you
that
were
makes way more
17.
sense.
We'll get there.
I was like,
I was 16.
how was I 17 in 10th grade? That makes no sense. No, it's because I was held back, Christina. Duh.
I was going to Mexico with our youth group and
Yeah.
sophomore year. Yeah. I would have been on the bus to Mexico, to Tijuana,
Yeah.
probably when this came out.
2005, we had a really bad winter storm here. It was the
Nice.
year that it was so bad. I was working for Sears Grand when Sears actually existed, and they had a store that literally had everything you could think of, kind of like a super super Target has like
Walmart,
yeah, or
whatever.
super Walmart or whatever. They had literally everything, furniture to like inside produce and stuff like that. And when they opened, I was their mascot in their
Nice.
different mascot. So I like walked around in a Michelin man suit and things like that. But that winter was so bad that we were the last store because I lived out in the country ish. Now it's like crazy going up by
It's not
25.
anymore.
It's not anymore. But like we were the last store around that was still open. And so we still had people coming in, and the snow at this point had been several feet on the ground. And my manager wouldn't close the store because we still had people coming in. And we're like, it's starting to get dangerous out there. And one of the girls that I had grown up with in elementary school had just started working there and had moved to the area right across the main road or whatever, Highway 7, if anybody knows where that is, off of I-25. And so she was living on the other side of the road, and it was like the three of us and like one other manager. And I went out to like try and shovel my car out because
no
I was
way.
going to need to get home. And I had a little 94 Mercury Tracer, little thing.
Nice.
Right. And there goes my boss in her big old Escalade when she decides to peace out before closing the store because the roads are getting bad. She lived like 6 blocks from me. Okay. Yeah. So she's like waving as she like drives by me, and I'm like trying to dig my car out and hope that I can try and get home. And one of the girls, nobody could get to her. And so I offered to give her a ride on my way back to my place, which would have taken me outside of my area, but like I could have circled
Close
back.
enough.
Yeah.
Right direction. Right
Yes and no.
cardinal
Like,
direction.
it could have been the right direction if I wanted to make it the right direction, because there was 2 basic like half circles to my place. And we got about halfway down the main highway 7, and they had closed it, and they were like, you got to turn back around. The interstate's about to close too. And so I ended up calling my old elementary school friend, and I was like, yo, they're closing roads and I can't make it. I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to make it back to your neighborhood. And so I ended up having to park on the side of the road in the middle of Highway 7. And we walked over to her house. We were like 4 blocks maybe away from it. So we walked over, and there were probably, I'd say 8 of us girls there because everybody had just gotten
The one place everyone could get to.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my gosh.
so she, like, we had a big party, and I remember her mom being like, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. Like, since you were like 10. And I was like, yeah, I know.
Hi.
Yeah.
This is me now.
Right. But we were there for 2 days because the snowstorm was that bad. I couldn't get my car out. I couldn't like anything.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend at the time, he's like, I'll try and get out there, with the truck or whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't want you in this.
Bother.
Like, stay where you're at.
I'm fine. Don't
Exactly.
Don't plow through this.
Exactly. But yeah, so
2005.
that was a year.
Good year. Vintage.
Yeah. I have a scar on my arm from when I cut myself at the store. Like, yeah.
Like a box knife or?
No, on a shelf.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, I had a
can see
shelf
that.
fall on me, and I grabbed it, and I have a scar on my bicep from it. Just a little
Your
dot,
muscles.
but
Your
yeah.
muscle, dude.
Oh yeah. Anyways, we should probably let you guys go.
It's late here.
I know, right? But yeah, okay. Well, we will see you guys next time for 3 more chapters. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode. If you had fun, please follow, download, and review this podcast on your preferred listening platform.
If you're ready for the next chapter, join the spoiler-free conversation on our Facebook group. Search You Haven't Read What? The podcast.
Or on Instagram and YouTube for exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes content. Have a great week.
And we'll catch you on the next page.